Hello, my loves. It's sewing time. Today we're making an armhole princess dart off the shoulder bustier. I hope you got that. So for off shoulder, we are doing -5. So I'm placing my tape at 5 inches from the edge of my pattern. I'm marking the bust point, which is 10 inches. The underbust, which is 13 inches. So I'm going to make a mark at 13 inches. The half length is 16 inches. I would also go ahead and make a mark at 16 inches. I'm also going to add 1 inch for the allowance at the lower part. So from the bust point, I'm going to step up by 2 inches, and this would serve as my chest line. So I'm going to connect all of these points in a straight line. Guys, if you're new here, you're welcome. If you're watching this video for the first time, if you are seeing this channel for the first time, you're welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining us again. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the love you show here on this channel. So please consider subscribing if you haven't. Turn on post notifications, like this video, and share. That would be such a blessing to me. Thank you. So now that I have connected all of these points into a straight line, I'm going to label them for easy identification. So this is chest line, this is bust point, this is under bust, this is half length, and this is seam allowance. Remember, we're making an armhole princess dart bustier, and off the shoulder armhole princess dart bustier. Now on the bust span, on the bust point rather, I'm marking the nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half. Then on the half length and on the bust, under bust, I'm marking only nipple to nipple divided by 2. Nipple to nipple is the same as bust span. So divide your nipple to nipple by 2. For this person, it is 8. So 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. But on the bust point, I added half inch for allowance. On the under bust and half length, I did not add any allowance. I just marked the 4 inches. So mark them and connect them into a curved line like this. Is not like straight. Now on the underbust, I'm taking a dart of 2 inches. On the half length, a dart of 2 inches as well. This is not synonymous to everybody. You are going to work according to your own body measurements. So I'm going to be leaving an underbust chart in the description box for you to use it and determine your own underbust chart or your own dart whenever you're making your bustier. So I'm going to connect from the underbust to the half length. Then using the curvy part of my ruler, I'm going to curve in form of a C shape to the bust point. You can see what I've done here. Now that we have done this, I'm going to start taking in the body measurements. Okay, so just start taking your body measurements. On the shoulder, I'm going to mark half of my shoulder. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2, that's 8. So it means half of the shoulder is 8 inches. Now for you to get your off shoulder neck width, okay, neck width for the off shoulder, divide your shoulder measurement by 2. Whatever you have, subtract 2 from it. So half of my shoulder is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. I'm going to add half inch for seam allowance to attach my sleeve when I'm done. So we have 6.5. Now on the chest line, I'm going to mark the bust divided by 4. The bust is 40 divided by 4 gives us 10. On the half length, I'm going to mark the waist divided by 4, which gives me 8 inches. So I'm going to make a mark at 8 inches. So I'm going to connect from bust to waist. Okay, I hope we are understanding what we've been doing here so far. Now, after doing that, I'm going to add my 2 inches side seam allowance. Okay, so 2 inches to the chest line, 2 inches to the half length. Now, if you like to add 1 inch, 1.5, 3 inches, as much as you'd like, this is when you add your seam allowance. So whatever you like to work with, please add the preferred seam allowance that you'd like. Now, this is seam allowance. I'm just identifying it so we get to understand what we're doing. I'm going to now connect from my shoulder width or from my neck width to my seam allowance. Now, remember my neck width is now 6.5. Your shoulder divided by 2, whatever it gives you, still minus 2 inches from it. Then add half inch for your shoulder joining, okay, or for your sleeve joining. Now that I have done this, we now want to take the armhole dart. So I'm going to measure the armhole. What I have here is 6 inches. So I'm going to make a mark at half of that, which is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3 now. So half of 6 is 3. So I made a mark there, and I'll connect that mark to my bust point. You can see that. Okay, so it's beginning to look like an armhole princess dart bustier, right? So now that we have done this, this is the dart we're taking. So I'm taking 1 inch dart, okay, towards the neckline like this, okay, 1 inch dart. Then I'm going to connect it back to the bust point. So the first dart is for the side front, this other dart is for the center front. You can see. So when you do this, you're going to come in and blend this point, the bust point, so you don't have any sharp edges. Okay, so blend properly like this, and you can see that beauty. It's giving, guys. It's really, really giving. Right, so now that you have done this, like I said, please make sure that you blend this area properly. We don't want to have sharp edges. So whatever that I took here, I have around 1.25. I'm just going to go ahead and replace that. Then by the time I cut this dart, I'm going to need ½ inch on the both sides to couple the dart. So ½ inch plus ½ inch is 1. So I'm going to add 1 inch dart joining allowance, okay, or coupling allowance for the dart. So I'm replacing 1 inch. Now on the half length or on the waist, I'm going to measure the dart that I took here. I took a dart of 2 inches. So I'll go and replace that 2 inches. Then also 1 inch for coupling my dart. I'll just need ½ inch here, ½ inch here to couple the dart. Okay, so that'll be 1 inch in general or in total. So I'm adding that 1 inch for, coupling my darts. Then I'm going to connect from chest line to half length. And guys, this is what we have. So you can see, so the whole of this place is your armhole like this. Now this L shape is your armhole, and you can see it would accommodate your armhole. Okay, so all of these parts I'm shading out is the parts that we don't need. We're going to cut that out for you to have your beautiful bust. Yeah. All right, so the next thing you need to do is your neck line. So I'm doing 1.5 from the shoulder area. Then I'm going to connect. So whatever shape of neckline you want, if you want a U neck, a V neck, a sweetheart, whatever type of neckline you want, you can do it at this point. Guys, look at that beauty. So this is seam allowance and this is that replacement plus coupling allowance. Okay, you can see. So you need to, write all these things so that you people are my loved ones, so that you would understand. At this point, my ring light went off. I'm like, what is happening? But thank God it is still visible enough for all of us to see. So we're going to start cutting. Like I always say, you need to cut, because if you don't cut, you will not have a clot. All right, so you're going to cut like so. And if you enjoyed what we've done here so far, please subscribe to the channel, give me a like. That's a giant thumbs up. Give me a like, yes, and share this video so that other people can see. Like it, please. I'm begging you, like it so that YouTube can recommend it to other persons. It will be a huge blessing to me. So cut out the armhole like this. Okay, then it's time to cut out the darts, right? So I like to start cutting from the inner darts, especially if I'm working directly on my fabric, okay, so that it doesn't scatter, because your fabric will be folded into two. Please note that if you're going to cut directly on your fabric, the fabric has to be folded into two. And if you're cutting it plain on your paper, after cutting, when you're placing on your fabric, you need to fold your fabric into two as well. So this is what we have. Now for you to get the back, you just need to hide the dart, okay? Hide the dart and attach your 2 inches zip allowance, or you can just make your normal basic bodice at the back. So this is what we have. I'll see you in my next one. Like this video and share. Bye.